but I was just about ready to give up. I was losing hope. Then I saw the boys.
I tell you, I'm glad my grandson's knocked some sense in you. I hope he didn't knock out my wife.
Well, no, she's got them on her toes. But I'll tell you, I wish you could have been there when I talked. You never saw two braver young fellas in your life than Kevin and Joey. You'd have been mighty proud of them, Paul.
I already am, and of their father.
Clint, I think we hit pay dirt.
You mean you got through the granite ledge?
Yeah, that's deep enough to lower the amp again and try and make contact.
Now, they can't go any deeper.
That's as deep as the drill will go.
That's it?
Yeah.
Lower the amplifier.
Yes, sir.
Well, any luck, Clint? Maybe, just maybe we got some good news.
Yeah, I just hope that when we start transmitting, there's somebody alive down there to hear us.
So you don't think we're going to get to this river before this whole place blows up?
Honey, it's not it. It's just that I keep thinking that this radio is our last best way of getting out of here.
Cord, that is the kind of thinking that is going to keep us down here if it doesn't get us killed.
Now, wait a minute here. My husband is trying probably harder than anybody else to get us out of here.
Honey, please, don't worry about Michael. He and I just don't see eye to eye on this radio thing.
I don't call junk parts and loose wires a radio cord. We need all our... Look, we need all our manpower out by the river wall to take moving those boulders out of there.
Look, if Cord thinks that this radio is
Damn
the
it,
best help...
Tina, we are sitting on a time bomb. Now, we can either fiddle with toys or we can dig through to the river.
I can't believe you skipped our fabulous feast.
Oh, I've been too busy. I'm sorry.
Too busy for canned soup, canned date nut bread, and canned peaches?
Well, thanks for the gourmet delights, but I just don't have time.
Where did you find the inner tubes?
From our tunnel exploration vehicles. I mean, if you can make a meal out of nothing, I can make a raft out of these, and if worse comes to worse, we can wear them. Here, try this on. Yeah, that's a perfect fit.
Yes, it is. It's as if you had it made just for me.
And a special incentive. You have a daughter up there. She deserves a chance to love you, and you deserve a chance to love Megan. I won't let anything stand in the way of my getting you back home.
You know, Roger, I am so grateful to you. I mean, even if we die down here, I am grateful to you for having kept us together as long as you have.
Viki.
No, I'm serious. Don't be modest now. If it hadn't been for you, your leadership, and your very calm and gentle wisdom, I don't think we would have survived as long as we have.
No, don't make more out of me. You know, somebody had to take charge.
Yes, but somebody didn't. You did. You carry your father's weaknesses with you all the time, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. There's such sadness there. You're not like him, Roger. Power brought out the worst traits in Danton Gordon. Brings out the best in you.
It's very nice of you to say, but...
I don't just say things. I mean it. I know we've only spent a little time together down here, but I've learned a great deal about you. And more importantly, I've remembered so many things about you. And the most wonderful memory of all is of the love that we once shared. It was real. It was real and it was good. And I think the only regret I have is that I've had to live the past 25 years without the knowledge of that love.
Maybe it's just as well.
Why?
Viki, there's still one thing I haven't told you. It isn't easy to say, and I don't know if I can find the words. My only hope is that when I tell you, you'll find it in your heart to forgive me.
In a minute, Clint, you are going to hear the most powerful amplifier that money can buy. And when we make radio contact with Viki, who's ever down there, was going to learn who's injured, what immediate medical supplies they need, food, even oxygen.
Yeah, but those things are all important, Pa, but there's something else that we have to take into consideration, too. Something that only we can give them, and that's hope. I mean, of all the things they're facing down there, probably one of the worst enemies they got is a feeling of despair.
Also applies to us, too.
We're not trapped, Pa. We got each other. We got our people in Landview. We got all these fellas here. They're pulling together. But for Viki and the rest of them, they're trapped down there and probably feeling very alone. Somehow we got to let them know that we are up here and we are going to get them out.
Here, we've done it. Amplifier's in place.
All right. Can we transmit?
Let's give the word. Radio signal, Morse code?
No. I need to hear a human voice. Thanks, Gil. And the rest of you fellas for putting out like you have, all the way to the limit. If this thing works, it's all because of what you've done. This is Llantano Mountain calling Eterna. This is Clint Buchanan on Llantano Mountain calling Eterna. Do you hear me? Over. This is Llantano Mountain calling Eterna. Viki, Cord, Tina, anybody down there. If you hear me, please respond. And now listen, stand by to respond. We've dropped a microphone, a very sensitive microphone, down in your direction. If you could just make some noise, talk, shout, yell, make some noise, give us some signal that you hear us, we will pick it up. Please reply. Do something to let us know that you're alive. Over.
You know, you're really pushing this new image thing all the way home, aren't you?
What is it supposed to mean?
It's supposed to mean that you can lean a little bit too far forward, trying to prove what a great guy you've become.
I am not trying to throw my weight around.
Oh, yeah? Well, you could have fooled me.
Look, guys. Listen, Michael, you just stroll in here, you start telling everybody what to do. You tell Cord that it's your way or no way at all.
Honey, it's all right. I can speak for myself.
Honey, I know that, but when somebody tries to knock you down, I am going to be there to defend you.
It's just that he is wasting his time with his contraption.
But this contraption has already proved it can work.
Oh, yeah, it produces nice static. That is all.
Yeah, so far, but I'm telling you, this thing will work. All I need is a little more time to work on it in peace.
This is not a weekend retreat, Cord. Every second that ticks by brings us closer to a massive explosion.
Oh, wait, do you really have to remind us of all that? You know, we all know about that doomsday device.
This is great, man. I mean, scaring my wife half to death is going to do a lot to make your
I am
point.
not trying to scare anybody. It's just that fooling with this thing is no good. It's going to get us nowhere.
Look, nobody is just fooling with it. He is trying to fix it. And when he does fix it, then we can send an SOS, and somebody will hear it, and then they will come and rescue us.
What if there's nobody up there to hear his message?
Oh, man, half the population of Landview knows that we are missing. Now, you're going to tell me that they haven't traced us to the mountain yet?
Why haven't they tried to signal us? I mean, they must have access to transmitters that are 100 times more powerful than ours. If they are up there, why haven't they let us know about it?
I don't know, man. I am not them. I am me, and I know that I got to work on this radio if we want to get out of here.
Look, Cord, I admire your determination, but we cannot depend on somebody else to get us out of here. We have got to break through the rock wall, get to the river, and with any luck, we're going to find our way.
Wait a minute, do you hear that? What? It's a sound. It's a sound coming from the radio.
Honey, I haven't started sending out a message yet.
No, it's a sound coming in.
Tina, don't start imagining things, would you please?
Not imagining it. Come on, you must hear that, too. What is it?
Guess what? There's no bathroom on the bus.
Relax.
The diarrhea usually comes back.
Took the Imodium AD, didn't you?
10 whole minutes on this break. What a luxury. Hey, you want to go back to the dressing room and split a soda or something?
No, thanks, Audrey.
Oh, can't stop thinking about Wade, huh?
No. Bo says that they don't need me to help with the rescue, so I might as well stay here and just throw myself into my work. But still.
Yeah, you want to be there just in case they make contact. I understand. Hey, listen, we could run lines or something if you think that'll make the time go faster.
The only thing that'll help me is if I get some good news from the mountain.
Mari Lynn, about Wade.
Audrey, you told me not to give up hope until I talked to him face to face. Have you changed your mind? Do you think I should dump him?
That's not what I was going to say.
So what are your words of wisdom now? Hope. That's it?
Honey, when it comes to men, that's all we've got. I mean, you thought he was chasing around after Christine, right? And it turns out that he's just trapped in some subterranean shopping mall, right? I mean, who knows what other things you could have misinterpreted about him. And he could have misinterpreted about you. The two of you have the real thing. He's going to find some way to get back to you, and he will explain everything that's happened.
I don't know if you can see into the future, but I sure do love your prediction.
Oh, come here.
I'd be a little more careful if I were you, Audrey. Making predictions can be sort of a dangerous pastime.
Dangerous?
What do you mean, Neil?
Well, just that it can raise certain hopes and certain expectations, and that only makes things harder if they don't come true.
Could we please not talk about this?
Well, I'm sorry, Mari Lynn, but I just couldn't help hear you and Audrey talking, and I just don't want to see you get burned by Wade again.
Well, who says she's gonna be?
Well, in case you've both forgotten, Wade is not down there alone.
Of course. Viki is down there, and Tina, and Cord.
And Christine. Now, have you asked yourself why? I mean, did they get trapped down there when they snuck back from Canada? Were they hiding out down there when the others were trapped?
You know, your imagination is working overtime, buddy. It's a real shame that you don't get paid for it.
I am just very concerned about Mari Lynn.
If you're so concerned about her, why are you always trying to tear her down? Why don't you build her up for once?
It's okay, Audrey. I know that Neil only means well, but Audrey's right. I'm not going to give up on Wade.
No, Mari Lynn.
Neil, Wade has been trapped underground. That's why I haven't heard from him. That also tells me that he could not have possibly sent me his wedding ring. Someone else did that. Someone is playing a very cruel and sadistic joke.
Any thoughts on who that sadist might be, Neil? I mean, you seem to think you know everything else.
Well, you know, I really didn't want to have to do this, but it looks like I'm gonna. Yeah, I do have some thoughts on who that might be. I'll be right back.
Can't you make this thing any louder?
Well, turning up the volume isn't going to make any difference. It's just static, Tina.
Michael, you are wrong. Just give it a rest, all right?
Do you think they're trying to reach us?
Could be. I'm not sure of many things right now, Tina, but I am sure that we are getting more out of this box now than we ever have.
Well, then maybe they heard our SOS. See, I knew it.
No, I cannot believe you two. What you're probably hearing is our own signal bouncing off all the limestone and granite, or it could be a magnetic field.
Yeah, or maybe it's a rescue team, huh?
Okay, fine. Twist your dials. Listen to static. I'm going to go back to work. Oh, by the way, when we find the river, we'll let you know.
Why? I used to like him a lot better when he was just asleep.
Oh, honey, don't worry about him. He's just anxious about getting out of here like we all are. Right now, I'm putting all my money on this radio and on you.
Well, what was that for?
Honey, come on, you're the one who heard this sound, that signal in the first place. It's just my job to make sure I can bring it in loud and clear.
Eterna. Eterna, do you read me? Viki. Cord, Tina, anybody. Do you copy? Over.
The volume, make it louder.
I've got it up full blast, Mr. Mechanic.
Then let's have the amplifier put even deeper into the ground.
Pa, Bill already told us that it can't go any deeper. It's as deep as it'll go. Viki, do you read me? Anyone down there, do you read me? If you're hurt, if you can't move, just give us some signal. Just give us some noise. We will pick it up. This microphone will pick it up. Over.
Enemies. This is Ace of Buchanan. I have a rescue team above you waiting to get you people out. We need to know your location. Reply. I said reply.
Pa, this is one case where not even you can make mountains move and rocks speak.
We know they're down there. I mean, why? Why don't they answer?
We just have to keep on trying. This fancy equipment is our last chance to make contact. Viki, Cord, do you hear me? If you hear me, please respond. Please answer. Over, damn it!
Did you hear me? I said, what are you doing sneaking around? sneaking around. I wasn't sneaking around. I was just doing my bit to help.
Really? What's that in your hand?
This is a gas mask. I found it when I looked through the supplies. I thought there might be a few scattered about.
Mm-hmm. What do we need with a gas mask?
Do I have to remind you how your father died? Christine, we mustn't forget there could be many other traps. This could be our only form of protection.
Oh, come on, Gabrielle, give me a break. Who do you think you're fooling? You may have stumbled over the gas mask. The only reason you're keeping it is because you want to leave Eterna with the gold.
It's obvious that your father's obsession with the gold has colored your thinking, but don't you start blaming me.
I'm not talking about my father. I'm talking about your obsession. You want everything you can get. You just as soon leave us all here.
There was a time when you were a very sweet girl. But I suppose tragedy does have a way of warping even the nicest of personalities.
Tragedy.
I am sorry for you.
Yes. Tragedy. That sure does get you and Michael Grand off the spot, doesn't it? When it was your greed, your schemes that drove my father to his death.
I am trying to be very sympathetic with you. But I will not be blamed for Leo.
My father was weak. I'm not denying that. But why did you and Michael have to exploit that weakness?
I suggest you get a hold of yourself, Christine. Because if you don't, you may wind up a very bitter, lonely young woman.
And you may end up dead. I'm not talking about revenge. Your own greed will be the death of you. And I wouldn't wish that on anyone, not even you.
You sound as though you're, pronouncing some sort of curse?
The gold is cursed. It destroyed my father. It'll do the same to you. And if you don't give up this obsession of yours, you're going to be the death of us all!
What could you possibly have to say? There's nothing left to tell.
You got your memory back, Viki. There were some things you couldn't have remembered. You weren't there to remember them.
I wasn't there to remember them. But if it affects Niki Smith.
Yes. After Niki emerged, the story continues. After I recovered from the blast, I found myself alone in the mountain.
Yes, you told me. Father had taken, well, Niki away from the cabin.
All I knew was that you were missing. I searched everywhere for you. The mountain, the cabin, Landview. My search eventually took me to New York City.
You found me in New York City?
Yes. You weren't the same girl I'd fallen in love with on the mountain. Well, you were the same girl, but transformed.
Did you understand what happened to me? Did you understand it all about Niki?
Yes. I had a crash course. At first, I tried to shake Victoria out of her. But when that proved hopeless, my only choice was to befriend Niki Smith and try to get her to love me as you had loved me.
Did you tell her?
No. I thought it would be too traumatic to try to convince her that she was carrying my child. All I could do was win her trust.
I expect that wasn't very easy.
No,
I expect you didn't give up, did you?
I spent many, many long nights at the White Lion Tavern and countless walks in Washington Square Park. But finally, she began to trust me.
She fell in love with you, too?
Well, she said she loved me. She even consented to marry me to give her baby a name.
You were willing to spend the rest of your life with Niki Smith?
If necessary. My only hope was that Victoria would come back. I believed in the power of love. I believed it could overcome all obstacles.
My God. I wonder if Niki Smith ever knew how really lucky she was.
That's funny. I thought I was the lucky one.
No, don't minimize the sacrifice, Roger. You had nothing. You'd lost everything. You'd lost your home, all your friends in Eterna. You had to adapt to a whole new life in a strange new world, and yet you were still willing to love Niki Smith.
I didn't love Niki Smith. I loved you. I've always loved you. That's what got me through. Then, and later, through the darkest parts of my life. Shouldn't be saying these things.
don't really understand what you are saying. You told me you had a confession to make, something that I had to forgive you for. So far, everything you've said has only made me feel much closer to you.
There's more.
You better tell me. What on earth could such a kind, gentle man have done that I should have to forgive?
Cord, Michael just said you picked up a signal. Is that true?
Well, just take a listen for yourself here, Wade. Michael thinks it's just static we're listening to, but we think there's a difference.
Well, we know there's a difference.
Here, take a listen to this. Now, you think that's just magnetic disturbance of some kind, or you think that's somebody trying to talk to us?
Well, maybe it's because I want to hear it. Ah, it sounds like static.
Well, honey, show what happens when you adjust it.
Oh, we've tried just about everything here. Right.
Oh, wait, that sounds like a voice. That's a voice.
All right, then we're agreed. If somebody is trying to talk to us, we just have to figure out who they are and what the hell they are trying to say.
Cord, I'm not really an expert at this sort of thing, but I think the person at the other end is waiting for a response, so...
You know, maybe he's right. You know, their equipment's so much stronger. Maybe we should try to contact them.
That's a possibility. Worth a try. Let's give it a shot. Hello, this is Cord Roberts. We read you. Can you hear us? We are here. We read you. We are here.
It's no damn use. We call and call and call, and there's no answer.
Wait a minute, Gil. Give it some more juice.
If I give it any more juice, we'll blow every fuse and amplifier.
The hell with the fuse. Just do it.
No, wait. Let me give it another try.
Put him to Sam Hill.
Listen.
Ah, it's the same old stuff.
No, wait, listen. I hear something. That's a voice.
It's the same old static. Give it more power.
Oh, Father, it's not static. Listen. That's somebody's voice. Somebody's trying to get through to us, Pa. This is Clint Buchanan. If you can hear us, try and boost your power. We cannot understand you. Repeat, we cannot read what you're saying. Over.
Clint, I want that to be a human voice as much as you do, but we can't pretend that it's any different what we've been listening to.
It has to be, Pa. It has to be.
Please, let Gil give it more power.
And what if it blows the whole damn unit like he said it?
There's always that risk, but if you give me a few minutes now, and I think I can give us enough juice to make out that message, if that's what it is.
All right. It's all yours. Do what you can.
There's a way, Mr. Buchanan. If there's a way, I'll do my best.
Clint, let's get some of that food that Renee brought up.
Pa, we were so close. I could have sworn that I was hearing somebody.
I know, son. Maybe a bite of food will recharge your batteries like Gil is doing with the radio.
I can't eat.
Oh, Clint, come on.
I can't eat, Pa. Look, I appreciate the moral support, but I just want to be alone for a while. For help for so many times. And here I am coming back again. But it isn't just for me, it's for Viki and Cord and Tina and the rest of them. All they want is a chance to come back to the people that they love and the people them and who need them. Just keep them safe and give them the courage and the
faith to hold on. The sound on the radio was such a ray of hope. Just please don't take that away. From them or from me. Please bring us back together. And bring them back to me.
You know from Larry Wolak how your father found you in New York City and brought you back to Landview.
Yes. And he hired Lysander Clare to erase all my memories of that year and of Niki Smith and of you.
Yes. You'd returned to Victoria Lord and resumed your normal life at Landfair. That's where I tracked you down.
You came to Landfair?
When I got there, your father wouldn't let me in, so I pushed past his servants to confront him. Man to man. Or boy to man is more like it. In the library.
You're lucky I don't call the police. Now get out of this house at once.
Not without Niki.
There is nobody here of that name.
Nice try, Mr. Lord. But I know that you came to New York, and I know that you brought her here, and I know that she's in this dungeon that you call a house.
You have no conception of what you're dealing with here. There is no Niki Smith. Niki Smith has ceased to exist. That's right, Mr. Gordon. My daughter was suffering from a personality disorder, and I have made sure that she has been cured.
She's cured? Well, then she's Victoria again. Thank God, Mr. Lord, that's all the more reason for me to see her now.
Are you mad? After all that she's been through? What are you trying to do, bring on a new trauma?
I want to marry her, and she wants to marry me. Don't you understand, Mr. Lord? She became Niki Smith because she thought I was killed. But she's herself again. We have a child. We have so much love to give one another. If I can just see her again.
Mother, I heard shouting all the way upstairs. Is anything wrong?
Victoria.
That's what they call me. Have we met?
Victoria, it's me.
And who are you? Oh, no, don't tell me. Father, is this the young man who collects for the paper drive?
Paper drive? Victoria, if this is some kind of a joke.
No, the young man is new to Landview, my darling. His name is Rogers, Gerald Rogers.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Gerald, but what made you think we knew each other?
Well, Gerald's heard me boast and brag about seeing you. He probably felt he knew you the minute he walked into the room. Isn't that true, my boy? Gerald's applying for a research grant for my foundation.
Research? Aren't you a little young to be doing that?
No, he's quite a prodigy. I'm seriously considering his proposal. As soon as we reach a basic understanding.
Oh, so that's the reason for the raised voices. You'll have to forgive my father, Gerald. He is a tough negotiator.
Yes, I think he's beginning to realize that.
Well, I don't want to interrupt your business. Good luck, Gerald.
I had no idea you had been hypnotized. Your father told me that you had come back to your normal self. And that all memories of Niki Smith and of our time together had been erased.
You believed him?
What else could I do?
Well, you could have fought him. You could have fought for me.
But don't you think I wanted to?
Why, what in heaven's name stopped you?
The same thing that brought us together. Love. Your father was a powerful, persuasive man. He told me that if I tried to force your memory back, that Niki Smith would emerge again, this time permanently.
Didn't you see through his lies? Couldn't you see what he had done to me?
Well, I had my suspicions, but I didn't have any proof. He had all the ammunition.
Well, how did you end up with our baby?
Your father was ready for that, too. He told me I could never match his legal clout. Not only would I ruin your life, but I would lose the baby.
So what did you do? You took Megan and you walked away?
No. No, it wasn't that simple. Your father was very clever. And he knew just how to play me.
You want the baby. I want Victoria safe and secure.
So do I.
Well, then accept my terms. Victoria will remain here and live a normal life, the life that she would have lived if she had never known you. You'll take the child and leave Landview forever.
Mr. Lord, if you think that you can bribe me on this thing...
am appealing to the love that you say you have for my daughter. She deserves the chance to live without the specter of Niki Smith over her. That can only happen if you are out of her life. You have her child. You have the beginning of your own life. I will see to it. If you love Victoria, if you really love Victoria, you'll leave here and never see her again.
It was the devil's bargain, but I had no choice.
No, not then you didn't. But after my father died, you did. There was nothing to prevent you from coming to me then and telling me the truth and reuniting me with my daughter.
So many things had changed. I had married Carrie, and we'd had Sarah, then Anna, God rest her soul. Carrie was raising Megan as her own. There was peace and security in her life, and in yours. You were happily married. I thought I would only hurt you if I told you the truth, and I couldn't turn Megan's world upside down like that. Believe me, it was the hardest decision I ever had to make. I truly believed that silence was best.
No, silence was easy. You chose the easy way out, Roger. You kept me from my daughter. You had no right to...
You can't say anything I haven't said to myself 1,000 times already. My only excuse is I love Megan so much. As much as I love her mother.
I'm sorry.
No, there's no need for you to be sorry.
No, I mean it. I'm terribly, terribly sorry. I was speaking out of anger in months of frustration. How could I ever be angry with you for acting out of love? You carried the burden of that all by yourself for years. If anything, you should be angry with me.
That would be impossible. When I see you, I see the person I fell in love with. I'm sorry, Viki. I don't know what possessed me.
Oh, Roger.
No, I do. I do know what possessed me. I've wanted to kiss you since the first time I saw you back in Landview. I had no right then, and I have no right now. I won't take advantage again.
I don't feel taken advantage of.
Roger! Viki, he's done it!
Who, Ray?
I'm sorry, Cord. Cord has got the transmitter working again, only better. He's convinced he can make contact with somebody on the surface.
What? Are you sure?
Yes, and I've spread the news to everybody else, but come here for yourselves. Come on.
It's okay, Casey. She doesn't bite.
I just don't want to hurt her, that's all.
Well, neither one of us do, but some things just can't be helped.
Neil, what is this all about?
Casey, I want you to tell Mari Lynn what you found in her dressing room.
Why don't you let him speak for himself?
What is it, Casey?
The package with Wade's wedding ring in it, it was in your dressing room hidden under some of your clothes.
Obviously, Wade had left it there days ago, and it just got lost under some costumes.
Excuse me, but what was Casey doing in Mari Lynn's dressing room in the first place?
Don't tell Bo. He'll get angry and fire me.
No, Casey, no one is going to fire you. Now, just answer the question.
I was bringing you some flowers, Mari Lynn. Since Wade is in trouble, I thought it might cheer you up.
But you didn't give me the package. A guard gave it to Sarah to give to me.
Well, there's a reason for that, isn't there, Casey?
I didn't want anyone to know I was in your dressing room, so I gave the package to the guard. But I did it again, didn't I? Every time I try to help you, I end up hurting your feelings.
It's not you, Casey.
Wade's a fool.
Casey!
I'm sorry, but it's true. Only your real friends love you, Mari Lynn, forever.
Casey's right. Wade is a fool.
Damn it, Neil, would you just shut up?
Look, Audrey, come on. He left his wedding ring, didn't he? He left it long before he got trapped in some underground city. And he left it for one reason, Mari Lynn, a reason you have got to accept. He wants to end your marriage.
That is your interpretation.
Audrey, it is the only interpretation. Now, if you were really Mari Lynn's friend...
Wait a minute, just you stop right there. Mari Lynn, honey, listen to me. I am your friend. And that's why I'm not going to let up on you on this. You've got to just sit tight and withhold your judgment till you get a chance to talk to Wade. And I mean face to face. Don't let anybody, and I mean anybody, try to speak for him.
Oh, if that's supposed to mean me...
That is enough! That's enough. Neil, I know that you have been a good friend to me, and that you mean well. But I'm not going to give up on Wade yet.
Look, Mari Lynn...
Don't tell me how many times he has hurt me. Because I have hurt him, too. And Audrey's right. I'm going to wait until I can talk to him face to face.
I know you're making the right decision.
Look, Mari Lynn, you know exactly what he's going to say. He's going to make excuses. He's going to ask you to forgive and forget until the next time.
Yeah, well, that is her choice, isn't it?
Look, I cannot match Wade's hold on you. I can't wink and smile and make you do things my way, but I can help you face the truth. Now, Wade had a choice too, Mari Lynn, and he made it. He chose Christine.
Stop it,
I am
Neil.
sorry,
It is
but...
my marriage! And I will handle it my own way.
There must be some way that we can get through all that static.
Honey, I could do it if I just had another set of hands. I don't believe this.
Well, honey, my hands are free.
Yeah, no, thank you. On second thought, I tell you what, I bet you could hold a pair of pliers just as well as anyone. Just hold that real tight right there.
Is that how I do it?
Yeah, see, we need to have this wire touching that lead right there. It's got to make constant contact. You got it?
Okay, I'm not going to get electrocuted or anything, am I?
Well, if you do, honey, you'll have the fastest, cheapest permanent you've ever gotten.
Oh, very funny.
I'm just teasing. Wait, just right there. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, girl, now pray. And keep praying because this may be our last chance of getting out of here.
Mari Lynn.
I'm trying to learn my lines, Neil. I've got one more scene to do, and then I can go up to the mountain. You're not going to stop me.
No, I'm not going to try to stop you. I just wanted to apologize for being so hard on you before about Wade. And, I don't know, can I make it up to you by helping you with your lines or something?
Thanks.
Mari Lynn.
No, Casey, she's very busy right now.
They sent a message. I thought you might want to know.
Who sent a message?
Them, the people up on the mountain.
Casey, she has one more scene, and then she's going up.
They called to talk to me.
They want to let you know they've made contact.
They found Wade? They found Wade and the others?
No, I don't know about that, but the message said that they sent down a radio signal, and they got one back.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Do you know what that means?
No, come on, Mari Lynn. Don't get your...
They're alive. They're alive. That could only mean one thing. They're all alive.
Mari Lynn, where are you going?
I have got to get to the mountain right now. Scene or no scene. I'm going.
I done good, huh, Neil?
Clint, I've alerted Alicia Grand and Mari Lynn and all the others who are waiting for some news. They all want to come up here and lend some support.
Well, I just wish they had the knowledge to get that unit to working.
It is going to work, Clint. I may not be able to snap my fingers, but they're going to come out of there. The thing is, you got to be prepared for anything.
Wait a minute. Just don't go thinking that way, Pa. That Morse code message we got yesterday gave us the names of everybody who's down there.
I realize that, Clint. But the message didn't say...
No. I don't want you thinking that way, Pa. Viki's alive. And she's a fighter. Cord and Tina, they're fighters. They're all fighters.
Clint, hey, sir. Got it up to full power now. It's now or never.
You heard the man.
Yeah, he said it's now. Never.
All right, one more adjustment. That just about do it. Okay, let's turn this on.
Cord, is it true? Did you make contact with the people up there?
Well, that's what we're about to find out, Gwen, honey.
Oh, wait a minute. I lost the frequency.
Oh, God, we don't hear anything.
I had it.
You mean they can't hear us either?
They have to hear us. They have to. Hello? Hello? Up there. Can you hear us? Please hear us.
We're here. We're down.
Down here!
Wait. Look, it's all a matter of finding the right frequency. I had it now 2 seconds ago. All I can hear is... maybe I better send out another Morse code.
No Morse code. I want to hear voices, and I want them to hear us.
Okay, it's all right, everybody. Stand back. Now, look, I have a real knack for this, okay? So just watch out.
No, wait, no, honey, please. I don't think that's going to work this time.
Did you find the problem?
I think it's right here. Okay, that ought to do it. Let's just give it a try here.
Hello, this is Cord Roberts. Can you hear me? We read you. Can you hear me? This is Cord Roberts.
Damn that static. I know they're down there.
This is Cord Roberts. We read you. Can you hear me?
Thank God, it's Cord. Cord, this is Clint. Yes, I read you. Son, are you all right? Is Viki okay? Is everyone all right down there?
Hey, how's that for an answer, Clint?
Yeah.
That sounds great, son. That sounds great. Can I talk to Viki? Over.
Yeah, you sure can. She's right here. It won't even cost you a quarter.
Clint! Clint, darling, are you there?
Yes, I'm right here, sweetheart. I'm right here. Are you all right?
Yes! Oh, God, you don't know how good it is to hear your voice.
Oh, yes, I do, Mrs. B. Yes, I do. I sure do.
Are you still there, Clint?
Yes, sweetheart, I'm still here. I'm right here. And now that we've made contact with you, we're going to do our damnedest to get you up out of there, sweetheart.